Okay there, hey there guys, welcome to the YouTube video here on the channel. My name is Emily. This is part 2 of a video which isn't going to make much sense unless you watch part 1. So, let's have a look outside. We are of course in the Airbus A380 by FlyByWire, recently released. We are over sort of that 3-country corner of Saudi Arabia behind us. That's the southern tip of Israel, the Sinai Peninsula, Gaza. And in front of us, this is the Sinai Peninsula, which is Egyptian territory. So what we're going to do, we're going to hop back in the cockpit, we're going to prepare for our arrival into Cairo today. As previously mentioned in the previous video, this is my first flight on the A380, so I've got absolutely no idea what I'm doing. I've simplified the route a little bit because I was missing a waypoint, so I'm just going direct to Menli. As you can see, we picked up one heck of a headwind coming over Saudi today. As such, obviously our total drop is going to be later because our ground speed is only 400 versus our total altitude of 483. We've also step climbed since you last saw us, we're now at flight level 410. So, let's plug this arrival in, eh? Or let's not. That'll do. Hey everyone. So, OBS apparently just does not enjoy MSFS these days. That was another crash that just happened there. So unfortunately, if you watch part 1 of this, I had 2 crashes in OBS during the launch of during the takeoff, from Dubai. We have plugged in the arrival. I'll really quickly show you. So we're going 05 right at Cairo. It's going to be so we're going to go basically do like a dog leg around. To be honest, it's wind calm on the ground near enough. It's like 4 knots of wind component we'll be landing with, which is enough for me to be happy to land, and especially when we are as light as we are. Yeah. Radios page. That's cool. But yeah, it's happened a lot. I've had OBS and I'm constantly second now checking. I'm gonna flight on the PMDG 777 in MSFS. Plan was I had hundreds of hours in that thing, so I was happy flying it, but I also wanted to cover that. Start our drop to 4,000 feet, which is our what we do for the profile now, is it? It is amazing. So yeah, we've top of drop, and we're just going to go down. I'll put 4. That was plugged in really. The only thing I can look at, I suppose, is the performance for the arrival page. I'm not going to activate approach mode yet because there's no point. Yeah, HECA. 1 goals. 29. Pole. Definitely that will make 37. It's quite crazy, exactly. Where are we on the as well. I think you've already seen that. The sign. I better training up. That. We'll see you guys close. Oh, hey there, guys. So we are back. We're just coming down through 15,000. Just wanted to really show how just gorgeous this area of Egypt is. Got the Suez Canal behind us. And it's just... I always sort of think of this part of Africa as just being sort of dunes. It's not. And it's just a really good reminder of that. That there's so much terrain out here. It's crazy. And also, you can see all the signs of where the water's eroded it. Love it. There's no vegetation. There's not enough water for vegetation, but there's enough to move the terrain around, and that's really cool. Like, you can... Yeah. Oh. GCSE Geography. Oh. Yeah. Pretty cool. It's just so different to what we fly over in the UK, isn't it? Anyway, we're turning in now, so we're coming in over Menley. Be a right-hand turn. We are on profile, so what I actually do is just put my speed brake. I got the air brake out just because it's the aircraft panicked a little, so air brakes away. Speed brakes are now on for landing, which is good. We're 44 miles to run to Cairo, so we're probably down a little early, but to be honest, I'd rather be down early rather than late. Primary concern today is that turn to final. I had to do some programming in the FMS to get it to accept that it could make that turn. So we're going to be slowed right down and just head around. And then I'm going to fly the landing. Just because, yeah, I've not actually probably land one of these. Well, not land one on tape yet, put it that way. Looks so nice. It's just, like, I've said it before, I'll say it again repeatedly, but this is just something we've needed in the sim for so long. And yeah, it's not perfect. I've had to reload the flight and I got stuck and all that kind of stuff. And it climbs a bit too much. But it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. Should have the slowdown soon at 250 knots for us to drop back down again. Is the restriction of... Oh. Okay. There we go. Throttle idle. Interesting thing as well, only the 2 and 3 engines, engine 2 and 3, will reverse when we land. Which, yeah. The A380 does look quite dumpy, doesn't it, compared to some other aircraft. Like the 747 looks a lot longer than that. I don't know if it's because it's 2 decks all the way along, and the 747's got the hump, but it's got the hump about something. Am I right? It's got the hump about something? Oh, come on, guys. That was funny. That was funny, guys. Also, for some reason, this doesn't have noise cancelling anymore. No, I think it does, apparently. Right, anyway, we are turning in now. Ooh. Turning towards the airfield from Menley. So Menley's depositor is basically... You flaming guessed it, folks. It crashed again. I'm really sorry about this. The edit is just going to be so chunky. Like I say, it's the last video I'm recording in MSFS, so you can at least take some solace from that. But we are now on the approach into Cairo. No notes really beyond what I was just mentioning. I'm catching it quite quickly now, at least, so the chunks aren't. You're not losing masses of video. One thing I don't know if it caught was there's some. We just flew over a joint in satellite scenery. There it is, which is unfortunately incredibly obvious. I know they've said, Asobo said there's going to be some new AI used that blends that much better. Right. What's our range? So we're 12 miles to the centre fix. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to activate approach mode now. Confirm. So that will then drop our speed, but I'm going to take manual speed control off the aircraft and just scroll into 160 knots for now. Wonderful. $160. Just keeps a bit of pace on until we get to the turn. That's when we'll start final approach pace. Ooh, we're approaching Cairo. So as far as I'm aware, the pyramids will be over on our left. It will probably try to download this hopelessly. So you may see some low texture buildings, unfortunately. What's that building, I wonder? We'll do our first bumper flap. There you go, there's the pyramids. How cool is that, eh? You didn't expect to see the pyramids say when you woke up now, did you? Unless, of course, you're a renowned Egyptologist, which tips hat, but you know. Yes, this absolutely is how I get my fun. Oh, I can't do the airport ones, that's fine. We've got centre fix 05 right. As you can see, there's a bit of a lump there in the track, which is absolutely fine, of course. I'll go flap 2. And I'll do flap 3 once we do our turn in. But flap 2 gives us slats and a lump and a decent lump of flap. So I presume this will be the Nile. There's another pyramid over there. And more pyramids! Yay! Sadly, we don't get a layover in Cairo. We've got to fly straight back to Dubai now. Got about 2 hours on the ground, but enough time to go to duty free. Okay, there we go. So we got the 2 lumps of flap out. So we are slowed down nicely. Give it, you know, the aircraft, whilst we're not heavily loaded, you do have to treat it with some respect because it is quite big. How insane is... That's our landing screenshot there. What have we got? That's a military airbase in Cairo. So yeah, pyramids are... Oh, there we go. Better view of the pyramids. We're actually going to do our turn of final just as we approach them, aren't we? Okay, I'm going to grab another screenshot. I want one for like the book face. Downtown Cairo is really cool as well, though. I love that. You know, the world that there are worldwide custom model buildings, not just in like the Western world. And I think that would have been the case 10-15 years ago. You know, and if this had happened as an direct upgrade to FSX, then and there we go. Shame about the shadows, but right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to arm approach mode now. We'll get the LS bugs on. So we are, and then we'll put our speed back to 150 knots. Select. I really hope we get Hopefully it'll accept the glide path even though it's nowhere near centerline yet. What we'll do, we'll quickly just spin this. Alex. 3-degree approach path, please. We'll do 4 degrees now just to catch up. I'll have no issues doing that. So we're now going to start using this as our data point for range reference. Yeah, we've got plenty of time to catch this up. Thanks. We'll put our grower on actually 5,000 in. There you go. So basically all we're doing is telling the aircraft to descend. We're not telling it to descend to an altitude. I should really set that to like 500 feet just as a safety precaution, but yeah, we'll be fine. There you go, got glide path star, low star, perfect. So we'll just let it fly itself on at the centre line. As soon as we get centre line, we can do a bit more. 10 knots of tailwind, which is fine. DME is now 7 miles, so kick the gear out. And I'm going to go to 137 knots, which is our landing VREF. And flat full. And that whole sight picture of the runway is going to change quite drastically soon. There we go, 137 knots, the gears down, flaps are all extended. We've got landing clearance, so we'll just do our landing lights. Those definitely should have been on, probably joining the ILS, but shush. And we're now slow, which is probably instant grounds for a go-around, but the aircraft will take care of that. Puts back to normal flight director mode. 1,000 feet to go. It's a bit wibbly wobbly. The winds we're gusting about, which so it's. But you see what I mean? It's less than. Okay, it's gusting 10, which no one told me about. But it was less than 5 knots. But it's a long runway. We'll be fine, basically. Oh, and we'll do auto brake 2. This feels like we're very high. Yeah, we are 4 white on the...
100 above.
You're not supposed to do this, but I'm doing it.
Minimum.
Continue landing.
400.
This is me trying to land, by the way. I've got the stick fully forward. Got to go full power now because we're going around, apparently. I've lost all control of the aircraft. This isn't great. Shut up. This is full stick forward. Why am I so uncontrollable?
1,000.
Don't sink. Pull up.
150. Retard. Retard.
So that's interesting. It's early access, boys, but let's really quickly check our... Because the only thing I can think why we went uncontrollable is the centre of gravity was gone to an awful place. But we're not out of bounds or anything. We're pretty centred on centre of gravity. Yeah, 0 fuel weight CG is 35.27. Current 35.27. What's our trim wheel doing? flight control page. No. Not the flight control page, please. How do I switch to that? Thing is, I don't even have a trim wheel that I can reference for a non-digital. Easy way to check actually is to, because I lost all control, the aircraft would not pitch down. That's about neutral. Like you look at the, yeah, that's about, to be honest, that is actually quite high. So yeah, for some reason we were trimmed in an awful way. What we'll do is just pretend that didn't happen. So overall, what are my thoughts on the A380? What are my thoughts on the A380 by the guys and gals over at FlyByWire? Honestly, it's really good. It's got so much promise. And I'm glad it's out in early access. I'll say that much right now. I do think it's quite clear from, for you guys, hopefully from watching today, that it is early access, and it's fair to call this an early access. There's sometimes you get things released that are bug-free for the most part, but this is more on the early access side of things than anything else, basically, is what I'm saying today. But we are going to pull in here. We'll stick ourselves over there by the terminal. Find a gap and fit into it. Oh yeah, I'm a bit quick. Just gonna... Better not have reversed. Yes, I've reversed. Wonderful, I've reversed. Let's go. Notch 1. Just hit my toe brakes. I want to be no faster than about 30 knots. This is just a long straight taxiway, hence I'm going a bit quick. I'll bing the light for the crew. So we'll slow down to, oh dear God, I'm still used to trigger being with my toe brakes, which because it has been that for years. Just need to, I'm going to do my keybinds properly for 2024. This, like I said, is probably going to be one of my last flights personally in this version of the game. I'll just redo all the keybinds. Oh dear, I'm going to force my buddy my way through another aeroplane. Alright, ramming speed. Yeah, I think, like I say, the reason we had the issues there, the aircraft had trimmed itself just outrageously high and was flying with pretty much full forward deflection on the stick, is all I can presume. But, yeah. Now, I've already got my first flight planned out for 2024, believe it or not. And I think this is because the system's not at all balked. Yep, this is going to be the aircraft we fly for the first one that we're just taxiing through. It's with Czech Airlines A320. Love that. Just spawns the other side of us. Yeah. So the so we'll I'm literally, I've got no idea where I'm parking here, so I'm just going to follow the big jets. What I wonder actually is the zoom. No, not available here at Cairo. Oh dear God, we're going a bit quick. Thing is, that truck would have been told to hold for us. And I've just read my landing lights are still going to be on. I need to turn those off. Do after landing stuff, eh? Yes, the reason I realised is I saw the reflection on him. Speed brakes down and away. Fine. I see a big boy over there, so I'm going to go over the big boy. I'm just going to taxi straight through these guys. They just stopped. Like lemmings. Right. Oh, no, that's a big boy stand. I know we're in the right place for it. That's good. I think that's a big boy stand. For today and today only. Thanks. For today and today only, I am indeed a big boy. BOI, that is, not BOY. Never a BOY. Hang out like this. Please stop. So we need a chunk of power. No. Full deflection on the steering, thanks. Be the worst parking you've ever seen. Something tells me this isn't an A380 game. Don't understand how it jumps from nothing. Well, like some of the engines are actually reversing me to got a plan. She says, "Come." She says, "Dear God, stop." So what you would do in real life if you got stuck here? Hey, can we get the chug on, please? It's very embarrassing if this happened to you, but you could do it. Oh no, I was actually lining up on the right place here. You know what I'm trying to call it there. There we go. Disconnect the tug, please. Right, we're definitely on the gate. So, now that we're on the gate, we can start doing our local services. So, we'll get the power car parked up outside, please. Because we forgot to start the APU because I was just panicking about that arrival. I'll start the APU just to get it for bleed, but set the crossbreed to auto. What we'll do is just for the benefit of the groundies, 2 then 1 can go off. Just waiting for that ground power to come alive. GPU should now be connected. Yeah, we're available. There we go. Got a bit still for a few minutes, but the APU bleeds on. When it starts, of course. There we go. So that's all 4 engines are now off. Wait for N1 to drop below, yeah, below 10. That'll do. So turn our beacon lights off now. Our strobe lights can go off. AP master switch, AP bleed. That's all set. So that is us on gate at Cairo. like I say, we've used a gate in a contingency kind of way, hence, yeah. But honestly, that was a ton of fun. I was in my first flight on the A380, and this botched arrival to the gate and the botched landing, I think, is sort of a good way to end my MSFS career. It ended the way it started. It was a mess. Anyway, we'll see you guys back at MSFS 2024, probably from next week when we start doing the videos covering that. But overall, this new A380 by FlyByWire, is it worth the money? Well, yes, it is. It's free. Is it a good model? I think so. It's something that we haven't had in this sim. Of course, it's not perfect, and I can't eliminate the fact that at least that uncontrolled pitch up we had at the end was in some way my fault. If I go off it by impulse and what I think it is, I think it's an issue with the model and the way the autopilot's set up, but I don't know that and I can't prove that. But anyway, that was a ton of fun. I'm honestly really glad that we've got the A380 in FS now, and I'm very excited to see what the future brings with this new module. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.